Okay.
Hang on a minute, Red. Sorry about this, folks. I pressed the wrong button. And I've just actually started the recording as well. Okay.
How lucky are we?
Sorry. Okay, here we go.
Okay, on to the next screen then. So who is exactly the person behind Onpassive? Okay, so actually not so much more to say is what exactly is Onpassive? For a start, it's a very real company. Okay, it's completely legal. It was first registered all the way back in July of 2018 in Florida, in California. Okay, and we've been around now for just over 2.5 years. We're in around about 210 to 15 countries worldwide, and we have 3 physical offices around the world. We've got one in Florida here, as you can see, and we've got 2 in India, one in a place called Bangalore, and our main office in India in Hyderabad, High Tech City. We are an IT, internet technology business that has artificial intelligence at its core. So we are an IT AI company. As you can see, we have bricks and mortar assets, and we are an online total business solution, an online total business solution. So let's have a look at the building we have in High Tech City in Hyderabad. It is 6 stories of absolute loveliness. It's been completely refurbed, brought up to date, and each floor is specific in its job. Obviously, we have a cafeteria there, and the other floors, one has support in it, others have techs in it, and devs in it that are developing the products and services of Onpassive. This is the main hub of where all the work is being done right at the moment. This is where everything's getting developed for us in Onpassive. And as you can see, looking inside, it is all been decked out. It's the best of the best. It looks absolutely fantastic. We look after our staff as well as we look after our customers. They're very, very well catered for in every aspect. And as you can see, it's all illuminated at night time. And there's a quick map down there on the left-hand side of what High Tech City looks like. And the reason we've gone to High Tech City in India is a couple of reasons. One is it is the Silicon Valley of India, a bit like in the States. And we wanted to base ourselves there so we could actually cherry pick and get the best of the best of the workforce to come and work for us, because not only do we want the best, but we also pay the best to have our staff and look after them best. People are clambering over themselves to come and work for us at the moment in Hyderabad. So who is the person behind the idea of Onpassive? Okay, he's a guy called Ash Mufarah. He is our CEO and visionary of this idea Onpassive. He is a family man, and he's got a wife and kids, and he's actually got 20 years of online business experience under his belt. He's been extremely successful online. If you did a search of him online, you'll probably find out that he's been in a couple of other businesses, and you know, he's been extremely successful by building teams and recruiting people. But the one thing that he found and missed is that he's very good at doing what he does, which is driving traffic, recruiting, and building teams. But the problem was he couldn't get people to replicate what he was doing. So he came up with this idea to give everybody a fair chance at earning money online. Now, he went around looking for a company that would facilitate what he wanted to do. And this has been in the making now as an idea for over 20 years. And it's actually been in the stages of being built now for 2.5 years. So he went looking prior to this. He couldn't find anything. So he decided, I know, I'm going to build it myself. So for him to be able to do that, he then had to go back to college, learn all the skills that he needed. So he's got a Master of Information Technology and E-commerce, the MIT, and he also attended Harvard to learn specifically online business creation. And then Onpassive was born. So the number one thing that I get asked all the time about Onpassive is, can I make money online with Onpassive? And the answer to that is, yes, you can. Not only can you make money online with Onpassive, you can also make whatever amount of money online with Onpassive. Everything to do with Onpassive is unlimited. That means the earning potential and also the amount of people who can use the services and products of Onpassive. And the second most important thing that you need to understand with Onpassive is, if I bring anybody with me, can they make the same sort of money as I can? And the answer to that is yes as well. So that is the number one most important thing of Onpassive. And the second most important thing of Onpassive is everything to do with Onpassive is 100% automated. That means it is all done for you. There is no qualifications. There is no requirements for you to do anything in Onpassive to earn a residual income online with us. Now, you're probably thinking right now, well, that's pretty impossible. Well, just stick with me, okay? And whilst I go through things here, you'll understand why it is totally possible with us in Onpassive. So what is Onpassive going to do for us? It is 100% automated marketing system that has over 50 products and services in one place under one roof for us to use. We are going to pay them, okay, to drive traffic to our business. Now, whether this business is Onpassive, which is the likes of us, which we're going to be using, or you actually have a standalone business, you'll be able to market as long as it's approved through the Onpassive platform. And they are going to drive traffic to your business. Okay, and all of this is done using artificial intelligence. Now, let's just talk about traffic a moment before we go on to the rest of this screen that you see here. About 6 or 8 months ago now, Onpassive decided that they were going to try out their traffic module within the ecosystem of the products within Onpassive. So they wanted to get 1 million opt-ins into to look at Onpassive. Now, an opt-in is somebody who willingly gives their name and email and phone number. You know, you see them into a box to find out more information. Now, there was no time limit on this. We didn't know how long it was going. We didn't know how long it was going to take. Okay. But they managed to get 1 million opt-ins without using their AI technology in 4 days. Absolutely unheard of. 4 days to get 1 million opt-ins. Now, this is without using the AI technology. Now, going forward, if they turn on that module of AI to help drive traffic to our businesses, they could do that in 2 days or even 1 day or even less. I don't know. But to be able to drive traffic for that amount of people so quickly is absolutely unheard of online. If you do any type of marketing online at the moment, you know the number one hardest thing to do is to be able to get those qualified eyes in front of your business. So what is Onpassive going to do? They're going to recruit and convert leads for you without you having to do anything. This is 100% automated. They're going to guarantee traffic to your website. Not only are you going to guarantee these two things, they're also going to guarantee that you're going to be successful with Onpassive. It's the only company I've ever come across that is going to force you to be successful online. Absolutely unheard of. It's self-funding. We're going to pay you to use these products. It's all going to be done for you in one place, under one roof, with every imaginable tool for that success. All easy accessible in one place. There's no copycat tech or recycled tech, because everything we have, every product and service in Onpassive is built from the ground up. Okay, it is proprietary, just for us and nobody else. It is cutting edge, and the best of it all is it is going to be the lowest price anywhere that you see online now. So let's have a little look at some of the products and systems that we have in Onpassive. Now, there's a massive list here of things. I'm not going to run through all of them, But if you've done any type of advertising online, if you've done any type of marketing online, if you've got your own business and you know how to get your name out there, you will recognize a lot of these products and services here in front of you. Everything that Onpassive has, which is over 50 products and services, all within modules and portfolios, these are going to be available to you for one out-of-pocket price, okay? All in one place under one roof. Now, normally you have to go to different places to pay for all of these. With Onpassive, you get the whole lot for one price that you will only pay out of pocket once to pay for. Okay, it's as simple as that. There's some massive things there. We've got advertising, we've got liquid hosting, we've got live events, webinar hosting, we've got domain names, we've got websites, we've got trim URLs, we've got video conferencing, all sorts of things. Anything you can imagine that you would use online is going to be available within Onpassive. So let's just pick up on two of the products that Onpassive is going to have. They're actually going to be suites of products, not just one product. This one on the right hand side, it says Connect Me here, but it's actually going to be O Connect. This is going to be a product of suites, a suite of products, okay, that's going to have many, many different modules within it. Now, we're using Zoom at the moment. O Connect is very similar to Zoom. Now, I don't know about you, but I can't remember the last time that Zoom paid me to use their product. With Onpassive, we will pay you to use the products because it is in our own interest that we use the products, and we will then get commissions from the people who are going to use these products. I'll go into how the customer side of things comes into it in a moment. But you're probably thinking, well, I use Zoom now, I get it free, it doesn't cost me any money. Well, let me just tell you something. The Zoom package that we're using at the moment, which is the company one, has a capacity of 10,000 people. They pay well in excess of $5,000 every single month to be able to host that service. And there's many, many other companies that are exactly the same as Onpassive is as well. This is why in the first 3 months of last year, from January through to March, Zoom grossed $363 million just in that first 3 months. And over 200 million people use Zoom every single day. And I think Marty will probably back me up and tell me, but I think they are $198 billion last year they grossed. They're so big, they took over ExxonMobil as far as a grossing company last year. This is only one product. Onpassive has 50 different products and services in its arsenal and ecosystem for people to use. There will be something for everyone to use. Let's have a look at the education service on the left-hand side here. Okay, online education now is massive. Everywhere in the whole world is virtually using a virtual system to teach their kids. It is massive. And the number one thing I hear from my teacher friends is how the students, how the teachers can't use Zoom. It's too complicated for them. What Onpassive is going to do, it's going to make it very easy. It's going to be plug and play, click, and easy to share, easy to bring things in. The O Connect system we've got now, if you're a teacher, the screen that we see in front of you here, if you wanted to drag in a whiteboard and do some chalking up, you can do that without losing the main screen in front of you. If you want to bring in a video for the kids to see, you can bring that over the top of the screen itself, and a lot more other plug and play systems that Zoom does not have now. And the reason that is because Zoom is old technology. What we are producing here is high quality, easy to use, better tech, and every single product in the arsenal of Onpassive has artificial intelligence integrated into it. So each one speaks to itself and everything knows what's going on. So let's have a look at our competition. Okay, there is some big names there. Just cast your eyes over these names here. They are massive, but don't forget, every single one of them started somewhere. We didn't know about these. We didn't know about Gmail. We didn't know about Google 10 years ago. They were unheard of 10 years ago. Look at how technology has changed in the 10 years. Okay, we are the new kid on the block because we have taken the idea of all of these products, we've put them into one place, so we don't have to go out into the marketplace to each of these people individually. You can get everything that they do in one place for one price. Now, I'm not advocating by any means we're going to put these people out of business, but I know one thing for sure, we're going to take a very large market share. Now, at the moment, all our tools, products and services that we have on Onpassive amount to around about 4.2 billion people using them. So 4.2 billion people will use these products and services that you see in front at the moment from these people. Imagine what our market share are going to be when people can find out that by using the product, I am going to get paid to use these products. Okay, like I said, Zoom doesn't pay us to use their products. Google doesn't pay us to use their products. Gmail doesn't pay us to use their product. With Onpassive, we will be paying you to use their products. One of the products, like I said, was traffic. Now, traffic is a massive thing out there at the moment. It's very hard to do, and not many people do it very well. They either have to buy traffic, okay, or they have to try and market the minefield of online to try and get eyes in front of your business. Now, when I say eyes, I mean targeted traffic. Now, targeted traffic is very hard to do, but because we are using artificial intelligence, we can guarantee that we are going to get targeted traffic in front of either your own standalone business or Onpassive. And we're going to do this because we know what people are looking for. And I'm going to give you an example. When you go searching online for, we'll say, a t-shirt, okay, you put into Google t-shirt, you go off and buy it, and you're happy with it, thanks very much. When you then come back onto any multimedia social platform, you'll see all the way down the right-hand side, loads and loads of adverts for that t-shirt or something very similar, okay? And that is because the artificial intelligence that is behind all of this know you have just bought that product. Not only do they know you bought that product, they will also advertise companies in your own area for that product or something similar. Now, Onpassive is going to be very similar to this as well. Anybody who puts into a search engine or starts looking for any of the products and services of Onpassive, we are going to target these people with our products and services, okay? And then we are going to stand a much better chance of that person clicking on that link and having a look at what we offer. Not only are they going to have a look, but by clicking on that link, they instantly get a 7-day free trial to use the whole of the Onpassive ecosystem. And one of the ways we're going to target this traffic is by using this in front of you here, video marketing. Now, all the old systems of marketing are we going to use as well, which is SMS, MMS, email campaigns as well. We're also going to use TV, radio, in the papers and billboards, all of those. But we feel that video marketing is the new way of doing it. And we're going to do this by using high quality videos, intelligent video formats, a user interface so that you can easily share it to other people. And we're going to do all this by prioritizing target audience. That means people who want to see this advert or this video, we are going to send it to them. Visual is the name of the game. So let's just recap of how far we've gone so far with what I've talked about. Okay, Onpassive then is a fun solution for any cause. It means you can use it for anything you want. You can either use it for your own standalone business, okay, as long as it's approved, or you can use it for anything else within the Onpassive ecosystem. If the money is in your wallet, you can withdraw it immediately. There is no qualifications to be able to do this. You don't have to wait a month. You don't have to wait a week. If it's there in your wallet, you can withdraw it. The top marketing is going to be done for you, all automated. Like I said, it is 100% done for you. We're also going to guarantee visitors and signups to your business using breakthrough products for your automation of your financial freedom and lot more. Next slide, please, Pete. And the next one. Okay, so let's go on then. Richard Branson once said, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, just say yes and then learn how to do it later. Now, the reason we've put this in here now is because the window of opportunity to become a founder, which is what we're talking about now, okay, is going to close very, very shortly. The day that we go live to the world, okay, that is the end of the founder position. So it really is, now is the time to get involved to secure your slot in Onpassive. The cost of the foundership at the moment is $97. Okay, so get in whilst you can, and secure your spot in the payment system within Onpassive. Okay, whilst you can. So why is our model unique? Okay, for a start, we provide a platform for those with businesses so that they can become more successful, because we're going to drive traffic to your business. Don't forget, it will have to be approved first, which basically means has to be legitimate. Okay, and we seek to increase your abundance online. That is qualified eyes in front of your business. For the likes of you who have got no qualifications, you don't know how to market, you're the same as I am. Okay, I'm a chef by trade. I don't know anything about this. Onpassive is going to do it all for me. We're going to provide for those that have no business or online success an easy marketing plug and play system that will guarantee your success. It is easy to do. The whole of every single product that Onpassive is developed is easy to use. Anybody can use it. It is child's play. And that is the name of the game. We've made it easier to use. It's going to be cheaper. And it's also going to be a better product than what you see out there. And again, we're going to use those products to get eyes in front of Onpassive, and we're going to do all this using artificial intelligence. It is a major thing at the moment. Companies are falling over themselves to have artificial intelligence. Every single product that we have in the Onpassive ecosystem has artificial intelligence integrated into it, so one works off the other. We will know how many people are using one product. We can introduce other products to other people automatically without us having to touch anything, using artificial intelligence. Next screen, please. And the next one. So let's just compare the old model to the new model that we have with Onpassive. Now, the old model, this is the same online or offline, and you'll probably recognize some of the things I'm going to say to you now. Most things are based on competition and conflict. We've all been there. You probably worked somewhere where you have employee of the week, and the reason they've been employee of the week is he's had to go and sell a certain amount of things and all the rest of it. This is based on competition and conflict. 97% of the things that you see online end up being a scam or turn into a money pit. You've been there as well, same as I have. You lose your money, or you end up paying month in, month out, because you're promised that you're going to get a return. And they say, well, if you do this and you pay for this, you'll be able to get this. So you pay your money. You promised it, it never materialized, but you're too scared to give up or too proud to give up, which is normally the way. And you end up putting more money in, and you end up walking away after 3 months, losing a load of money. And you've got your tail between your legs, feeling very, very sorry for yourself because you feel you've been ripped off. They turn into money pits, require selling, like I said, normally recruiting as well. The tools are normally obtained separately, and there's never any guarantee of any money coming to you. They pit marketers against each other, And always, always, the compensations, a base plan is always based on your own effort. With Onpassive, it is based on mutual benefit. Now, I've never been part of a company where people help me so much to not only understand the business, but also to point me in the right direction if I start going off track. Any question that you have will be answered. Any help that you want, there is somebody there to help you, because it is in all of our interests that Onpassive succeed. Because if we all succeed, we all win. And if we all win, it means we all make money. And at the end of the day, that is what you are looking at this business for, is to make a residual income. It is a real business with real people and real products. We have developed and designed these products to be used in the online space. They are products that are used daily now by billions of people. We know they are going to get used, and we know they're going to get used because they're used already now, except that we've done it one better. Cast your mind back to the mobile days of the telephone, when Motorola and Nokia had the market share. Now, who has got the market share? It's still a phone, but it's a better phone. We are online. We have got the same products as some of these people, but we are doing it better than they are. And that's why people will flock to us to use our products online. It's self-funding. It pays us to use it. Okay. I've never come across any company that pay me to use their products. All the marketers, all the marketing is done for you. You don't have to do anything, because the company are going to market for you. Not only are they going to market for you, they're going to recruit for you and convert these recruits into your team for you to then earn a commission and residual income from them. Every tool needed for its success is included, and all these tools are included in one-off price that you will pay one time out of pocket. It has the founder's position, which we're talking about now, which is $97. Okay, this is apart from the one-time payment. That is $97, and that comes with 100% lifetime money back guarantee from the company. Anytime in the future, whether it's a day, week, month, or even 1 year, you can request that $97 back. The company will give you your money, and we will part our ways. Thank you very much. And if you don't believe that, you can pay with a Visa or MasterCard, and then you're covered by the Visa and MasterCard guarantee anyway. So it doesn't really matter. It's a win-win situation. So this has no risk whatsoever. Marketers only compete against themselves. Whatever that level of financial freedom that you want is available with Onpassive, and you have all the tools for that success within Onpassive itself. We also have a revolutionary breakthrough compensation plan from the company. At this stage, I'm afraid I can't tell you what it is, because it is proprietary and we haven't been given all of the details yet. But one thing I can tell you is it is better than you have ever seen any time in any business online. And they can guarantee that because they know that when we go live, the customers, who are the people who are going to buy the products, are going to flock in to use our products and services. So Ash Farad once said, everybody in the near future will have something to use within Onpassive, whether they come for us for the money, which is normally the first thing they look at us for, or one of the tools, or the benefits, or actually just to connect and communicate reasons. They will have a reason to come to us in the future. We all have residual bills, so why not make a residual income to pay for those bills? So let's recap. Our system is going to effortlessly build your team and grow your business. We're going to provide unlimited rotators, fresh websites and destination pages that are going to automatically send traffic to your site, seamlessly review these people, convert them, and then join them for us, okay, without us having to lift a finger. And all of this is done using artificial intelligence. So let's just think about them again. It's a fun solution for any cause. We have immediate payment. If that money is in our wallet, we can take it out daily or even hourly if it's in there. It doesn't really matter. If it's in our wallet, we can take it out. All the top marketing automation is done for us, guaranteeing visitors and signups using breakthrough products for the automation of our financial freedom. So before we finish then, I just want to go over the growth of Onpassive. It all started all the way back in June, July of 2018. So let's just go forward from June, July of 2018 through to January of 19. And we had about 10,000 founders in January 2019. Let's leapfrog forward a whole year to January of 2020 when we had 56,000. So that's a pretty big leap of 46,000 founders in the 1 year. Now let's go forward 6 months. Okay, so we get to June and we've got to 90,000. So we've done in 6 months what we did in the previous year. Now let's just go forward 3 months, okay, all the way through to August, and we went to 150,000. So we've actually then done 6 months in 3 months. Then we hit September. Things started going pretty crazy in September of 2020. We did around about 30 to 35,000 founders came in into Onpassive in September. Okay, and then we hit October, November, and December, and by the end of December, we were at 340,000 members. Now into January, okay, at the moment we are standing at a massive 400. It says 444,000 here. We're actually at 460,000 today. We're roughly getting in 2,500 to 3,000 founders a day joining us. Why are they joining us? They are joining us because they can see the opportunity in front of them and how important it is to be a founder in a unicorn company, which you see here. Now, a unicorn company is a company that has a turnover of $1 billion. There's plenty of unicorn companies out there at the moment, okay? Microsoft, Apple, who else have we got? We've got there's lots of them. Google, that's another one as well. Yeah, there's lots. Anyway, most Disney, they've done them as well. All of these companies have done it over a period of time. Onpassive are on track to do it and be the first unicorn company that has a gross value of $1 billion within the first week of launching. And we can do that and say that because we know our market cap and we have the foundership who are going to become customers at the day that we are going to go live. It's a massive statement, but I can assure you everything to do with Onpassive is massive. Unlimited is the word. So let's have a look at this founder's position that I've been going on about all night. Okay, what are you going to get with this founder's position? You're going to get access to the exclusive founders back office website where you will have access to a lot of the tools, not a lot of them, but some of the tools and services we're going to use online already. You're going to have early access to be able to use all of the products and services before they go live to the rest of the world. You're also going to have priority positioning within the company payment system, okay? And that will go on your joining date stamp. You're going to also be a member of the inner circle. This means that you'll be able to beta test, brainstorm, and give feedback through the community section within your back office, plus much, much more. There is tangible reasons to be a founder right now. Not only is it going to be better financially for you, but it also means that you are going to be less than 1% of the company when we launch. And it is a massive honor to be a founder, and one that I suggest highly that you become a founder. So let's just recap then. Onpassive is everything is done on autopilot. It's automatically going to advertise for you, market for you, bring leads and signups to your business without you having to recruit. And they are going to build your team and business opportunity. Everything that Onpassive does is automated. Okay. Before we finish then, I just want to recap on one thing. When we launch to the world, okay, this presentation that I've done now is for the founder's position. When we launch to the world, we are a customer-based company. That means that all of the people who will be using the majority of the people that will be using our products and services will be customers. Right at this stage now, we're inviting you to be a founder in the pre-launch stage of Onpassive. It's a bit like somebody asking you to be a founder in Facebook or Google or Amazon or any of these massive companies before they launch to the world. All of these companies are customer based. We are no different. We will be a customer base. These customers will pay to use our products, and this is where we get our residual income. And the founder's position I've been talking about all night comes with 100% risk-free guaranteed. So have faith in the person that has invited you here. Have faith in what I've been telling you. Please get back to the person who's invited you to this. Do your own due diligence and research what I've been saying. If you've got any questions, then either reach out to the person who's invited you or to any other person, any other founder who's here, and I'm sure they're more than happy to help you out. Anyway, Pete, I'm going to hand it back over to you, and you can go wherever you want with it, mate.
Okay, thank you, Red. That was a great presentation. You added a few extra bits in there, so sorry about the slides, but great information that you provided for everybody. I'm going to invite a couple of great leaders. We've got Mike Ellis here today, and Mike is a big leader in the Onpassive business. He does lots of videos and explains how the Onpassive business is going to work. So I'll bring Mike on, and if he can say a few words, that'll be great.
Yeah, no, thanks, Peter. Red, absolutely awesome presentation, and it really gives an idea of how big Onpassive is. And there are a ton of moving parts in Onpassive. This is kind of a treat for me. Usually I'm doing the presentation and I don't get to say whatever I want to say. Today, I get to say whatever I want to say. And as I came into Onpassive, I came in for the same reason all of you did. It was to make money. I mean, can I make money with Onpassive? And obviously that included, as I bring people in, can they also make money? And the answer to that is absolutely yes. And what I'd like to do, just very, very quickly, this will just take a couple of minutes, and then I'll turn it back over to you, Peter. And I hope I don't step on any toes saying this, but I do want to talk about the compensation program very, very quickly. Everybody that's here, everybody that's new to Onpassive, that's their question. What can I make? And what I'd like to do is give you a quick scenario of what you're going to make in the first and second year of Onpassive. And based off of the things that I've heard from Ash Mufareh, these are very, very conservative numbers. We can't guarantee anything because I haven't seen the whole compensation program. But as I look at these numbers, this is just very, very doable. And you can have confidence that as you come into Onpassive, yeah, you're going to make money. As I listened to Ash talk about the compensation program and customers, 4 months ago, Ash did a Zoom, and he said on the Zoom that he thought the first year after we launched, he would bring in 100 million customers. And we are a customer-based business, like Red said, and we get paid off the customers coming into Onpassive. So the more customers, the better, because they go right underneath us. We will get a portion of that. And 100 million customers, that's a pretty good chunk. And if you're a founding member, and this really is for the founding members, or if you're looking at becoming a founding member, Onpassive is going to drive traffic for you. That means bring those customers in for you. And as I listened to Ash, he thought, as they launched to the world, Onpassive could bring each one of us in 3 customers a month. And what I've done is been very, very conservative, and I've taken that out to 3 months. And if that happens, At the end of the year on your team with customers, you would have 256 customers on your team. That is an income that last month of the first year of $7,000. Now, I don't know of too many people that will bulk with those kind of numbers. This is not, and Onpassive is not stagnant. This will continue to grow as the months and years go by. But that $7,000 will take you at an $84,000 a year income. So at the end of the first year, $7,000, going forward, you will be in a seven-figure income for the next year. Why? It's because Onpassive is not stagnant and your business will continue to grow. For the people that are coming into Onpassive and you're wondering what you're going to make, these numbers aren't guaranteed. I think they're very, very conservative. If you cut them in half and it takes you 2 years, who cares? Most people that come online never make a dime. 99% of the people that are online, they just never make any money. That's kind of the way it is online. Onpassive changes all of that. There is a way forward to you to start building wealth, take care of that financial future, that bottom line. It is Onpassive. The numbers I've given you, they are so conservative. Believe me, I could talk another 20 minutes, 40 minutes about the compensation program of Onpassive. It would blow your mind. But think about the numbers. Think about what I've said. Think about how conservative it is. Come on into Onpassive. Continue to discover all the things of Onpassive, because as you do that, you're just going to be blown away. I know your heads are spinning if you're new. Red went over a lot of things, but believe me, Onpassive, it's the real deal. Ash Muvara, that was his plan to share the wealth with us, and he is absolutely doing it. So hope I didn't step on any toes there, Peter, but I'll hand it back over to you. It's hard for me not to talk about the money.
Well, Mike, you, what can I say? I mean, obviously, we can talk about the money, and it's mind blowing. Just what you've just said is just mind blowing, and so that's great. It's obviously given a lot of people more information, and so yeah, well done. I'm going to bring on Tara now, and she's one of the. She actually interviews quite a few of our founders, and basically gives us a bit of a story about founders and how they get involved with this. Tara, can you unmute yourself and introduce yourself, and we'll go from there.
Okay, hi guys, I'm Tyra Niebergall. Can you hear me?
Yep, great.
Yes, I'm on Vancouver Island in BC, Canada, and I've been with the company since June of 2020. And I have to say, you guys are just doing a bang up job in your presentation. If there are people that haven't joined Onpassive yet, what these guys are showing you is top notch. Like, it just covers everything. So if you didn't get it the first time, I encourage you to watch it the second time, because everything's there. Everything's there for you to know. So for me, it was like that quote that was shown, or Red shared earlier, about, even if you don't know, just get in it and you can learn as you go. And that was kind of me. I was presented with this. I didn't really know much of anything pertaining to Onpassive, but I did know that technology is the way to go. And if you have someone that knows what they're doing, you can go unlimited. And I say that because my husband had started a digital billboard company, those big digital billboards outside. We had about 5 of them. And then in our big city center, skating rink, curling rink, we had about another 3 inside, like smaller ones. And he brought me in and asked me to run the office and learn how to do some programming. So as they built the ads, I would get them programmed for customers. And tell you what, I think this is why my hair is this color. What stress, oh my goodness. And we had a really good tech on staff. He really knew his stuff. But I'm telling you, people are trying to make it online or with whatever kind of businesses. And the thing of it is, yeah, you can come in and you can play around and you can spend money on advertising and stuff, but it's really hit and miss. I mean, people say don't buy a lottery ticket because you're probably not going to win. Well, that's kind of like doing business when you don't have a clue of what the heck's happening. You're just kind of throwing your money out there. So I really learned in, you know, that short period of time what a need there is for somebody that knows what they're doing. So then after I signed up and I began to learn, like what we saw in this presentation, all the things that Onpassive is going to be doing, I knew I was in where I was supposed to be, because my goodness, to have someone advertising, driving traffic, like all of these things for you, it is really a no-brainer. Like I was so relieved to find a company like Onpassive, because now all of a sudden, as it's going to start building for me, I can finally sit back and have time freedom that I really want, because that's the goal. I mean, we only get one life. There's only so much time, and why not use it to your benefit and allow somebody that knows what they're doing to do it? So that's kind of it for me, guys. Thanks for having me. I sure
No, it's
appreciate
great. Thank
it.
you very much. That's great. Thanks for sharing your story. And, you know, everything, obviously everybody that tells their story has got a different story to tell, which is great. And I'm going to bring Red back on now, because hopefully he's got some questions and answers as he rushes.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be coming back in so quickly, to be honest. I was relaxing in the back. I only had one question which I've answered, and I'm just check the chat area, and no, we've got no questions from any candidates. So back over to you, Pete, on the racks again.
Okay, that's great. Obviously, what we're going to be doing now, we're just going to obviously bring some of these other leaders on. By all means, if you really want to leave. We'll get back to the person that's obviously invited you here. If you want to stay on, listen to what we've got to say. That's great as well. I'm going to bring on Neil Parkinson now. So Neil, if you'd like to unmute yourself and give everybody a bit of background about yourself and how come you got involved with the Onpassive.
Okay, thanks, Peter, and very much, Red, for another great presentation. Always good to hear Mike as well, and Tyra, of course. It's the first time I've heard Tyra. A little bit about my background. As Red said earlier, my name's Neil Parkinson. I'm part of the UK and Ireland leadership team. I'm based in Manchester, UK, and I've sort of probably been in and out of this industry, this type of industry now, for about 20 years. And in my experience is probably very similar to a lot of other people out there, in that it's a massive learning curve, really. And I think in the early days, when you start off, you probably learn more than you actually earn. And you can be at big events and big meetings, and you're working for the same company, and you're in a little group where you're starting off and you're not really earning a great deal, and yet the leaders are in the other corner and they're earning some decent money and what have you. And the thing that you need to get your head around very, very quickly and understand is that you're all you've all got the same products, they retail at the same price, you're all working to the same compensation plan, but there's massive variables in success, and really a lot of it can be down to that individual skill set, your experience, perhaps your personality and temperament. Everyone can go out and contact 500 people on a list and come back with different results. And it's a minefield, really. And back in the autumn of 2018, my wife Sharon and I came across Onpassive, and we looked at it. We did our own research and due diligence, which you couldn't really do a great deal of at the time, because it was everything was very much based on an idea and a vision, nothing like with the information or level of information that we've got now. But like anything else, you look at risk versus reward. You think $97, which over here is around about £75, not a massive risk there, especially when there's a money back guarantee on the back of it. You look at the products. Well, the product at the time was basically an email marketing service system, albeit a very, very good one. And what became apparent as time went on and everything evolved was this has become a very, very different business proposition than it was back then. And people who are joining now or in the last 3 or 4 months won't realise that, how we've seen it progress. The good thing for me is all the people that I've known in the past that have struggled to earn, all that's taken out of the equation, because as I've said previously on other webinars, an 18-year-old student that's qualified up to the hilt, passionate about what he wants to do, can't get a job because it's difficult to get a job even when there's not a virus doing the rounds. Onpassive can do a job for him. Somebody that's made redundant in the late 40s, early 50s, and options are very restricted of his working life. Onpassive can do a job for that guy. Equally, somebody who's retired, 65, 75, 85. Onpassive offers the same opportunity across the board. You know, it ticks a lot of boxes, and you can't say that about a lot of other businesses. It's ideal for anyone that wants to create a laptop lifestyle. It doesn't matter where you're based. It really, when people, it's easy to sit here and say it is different to any other business out there, but it really is. It is when you analyze all the facts and all the experiences, and you pool all your past experiences together. It's a massive opportunity. And I say to people who are maybe here today, looking at this for the very first time and thinking about, you know, getting your questions answered, get your questions answered from the right people. You know, if you're having a heart bypass operation, you wouldn't go to an optician for some advice. Get some proper advice back from the right people. And it's never too late to join. You know, there will be people joining this business the day before launch. Can you imagine that? Mm. They'll launch on that day, and then the following day it'll be like being thrown into a washing machine. They won't know what the hell's going on, will they? But how exciting is that? It really is. And it's, you know, the momentum, the excitement's there. Probably 250,000 founders have come on in the last 4 or 5 months. That speaks volumes. So yeah, just you know, it might just be a case of getting in there, getting in as a founder, and then learning what you need to learn afterwards, so you don't get to waste any time. So that's about it from me, Peter. But thanks for inviting me on. And
Neil, thanks for sharing. That was
cheers.
You know, every time I listen to you, I'm glued to what you've got to say, which is, you know, great. It really is. I'm going to bring on Marty DeGarmo on now. He's a great leader. He works with Mike Ellis and Dan Street, building a fantastic business around the globe. He's very knowledgeable. So if I can get Marty to unmute himself and say a few words. Hi, Marty.
Hello, Peter. Thanks for putting me on after all these guys. All right. Not a whole lot to say, is there? No, for anybody that wants to make extra income online, just keep it very simple. One thing is, if you can't drive traffic, I don't care what you're selling, you're dead in the water. Onpassive is a master at selling. They're masters at driving traffic, and it's run by artificial intelligence. I've been doing this a long, long time, 16, 17 years. Lost a lot of money. I don't even know how much. I don't want to know how much because I would shoot myself. But knowing what I know now and talking with Ash a lot and seeing what he's got, like that building behind me, you're never going to get this chance again. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're at. And like everybody said, you could be 18 to 99. This has something for you. You don't need to be a so-called guru. You can build a business, they'll build it for you and make whatever you want to make. If you share it, you'll just make what you want to make faster. But no one is going to be left behind for the first time that I've ever seen in my life, ever. And I could drive traffic. I got in this not because I can't drive traffic. I got in because I couldn't bring anybody with me. Here, if I talk to somebody, I know they're getting the same game I am. It's a beautiful feeling. And just get in, spend the 97. You don't have to use all the products. Look, the two old ladies that are sisters of Walmart, they don't even shop at Walmart, but they have no problem making 30, 40 billion dollars a year. So whether you use it, you don't use it, every time somebody goes by the Onpassive cash register, you're going to get a little piece of the pie. And this will be the first time, guaranteed. There is nothing out there like it. It's not a debate. There's nothing. So that's all I got to say. But thanks, Peter. And Brad, you did a great job, man. Fantastic.
Cheers, Marty. Thanks.
Thanks, Marty. That was great. Thank you. I'm going to rush this along now. We're going to have Daryl Cook, if you'd like to unmute himself and again share his view that what he can see with Onpassive and a bit about his background and his story. That'll be great. Hi, Daryl.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Red. I just love coming on this particular webinar because every time I learn just a little bit more and a little bit more. And that's my encouragement to the new folks here who have just come on or those who are looking. I was looking since the 70s for a way to make money while I'm sleeping. And when I heard that there are ways, I did everything I could possibly do. And I finally ended up getting into teaching. I retired from that. And yes, I make money while I'm sleeping. But you know what happens when you retire? That's it. The price stays there. And then you start to fall off because the prices go this way and your income kind of seems like it's going that way. So when I was introduced to Onpassive after trying numerous online things, and thank you for Dan and Marty and Mike, they're the ones who have brought me to where I am today. And I'm not, a huge player in this field, but boy, what little bit I've been able to share with folks has really, really been amazing. And what all of these leaders are telling you, Mr. Mufara's leveled the playing field. I don't know much about online marketing. I'm learning because that's a great place to invest and all of that. But to do it, I don't know how to do it. So Mr. Mufara has made this playing field level for the beginner and for the one who knows how to really do it. And think about that. You have the same potential earnings of the big boys in this business because Ash Mufara has done it with one word: automated, automated, automated. And I know that Dan and Marty and Mike work massively hard at driving traffic for their group. And I can't wait to be able to talk to them and say, hey, what do you think now? You're just sitting back and it's all going by yourself. They're going to be some super happy folks, I can tell you that. And you know the old saying, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Well, if you figure right now that the growth of Onpassive is about 2,500 a day, that's about 2 people a minute. If that's not facts enough to let you know that something must be happening in the world of Onpassive, I don't know what more to tell you. So that's what drives me, and I just can't help it. I get so excited. Thanks so much for letting me speak.
That was great. Thanks, Daryl. I mean, you're absolutely right in what you're saying. I mean, I'm no marketeer. I've only been online for probably 2 years, and what I've learned from these guys is just, they're here to help us all, and Onpassive is a business for everyone. And thanks, Daryl, for sharing that. I'm going to Victor. Do you want to unmute yourself and give us just a quick few minutes, if you could, please? And,
yeah, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, wherever you are all over the world. I'm Victor Olajide Ogunmolade from London, United Kingdom, one of the UK island leader. I came to Onpassive just about 5 months ago. And before then, I've worked in the rail industry for 13 years as a safety protection master. I was living from hand to mouth. from paycheck to paycheck. But it got to a stage in my life that I said, I need to do something else. I need to follow my passion. What is my passion? Motivational speaking, because I love helping people. I want to see people succeeding in life. And that was what led me to, becoming a motivational speaker. Uh, because of what I normally do, that gave me the opportunity to travel to many parts of the world, giving inspirational speeches. Along the line, I joined some, I would say programs, not company. Some of them, made me a lot of money, while some of them didn't work at all. But the one that actually made me money eventually went down the drain. And the people I brought into the company, some made a lot of money, the first people that joined. And later, when the company was going down, the people that joined lately, they lose out. And that was what paid me most. I got devastated. And at that point, I said to myself, I'm not going to promote any company or businesses or online thing anymore. I'll just depend on my motivational career. But 5 months ago, I was just going through one of my motivational speeches on YouTube. And, I still thank God today for the webinar and the webinar that Reverend Peter Roger did. So, something just told me, wait and, see what is happening here. So I listened to the webinar from beginning to the end, and everything that I was looking for, it ticked all the boxes. It met all the criteria. What are the criteria? Onpassive, make sure everybody makes it. Whether you're a guru or non-guru, you will make money here. They force you to even succeed. That is number 1 point. So it's not about the guru or someone that doesn't know how to promote or sell, because I believe not many people can duplicate my success. And that is why I was looking for a company that can do that for me. Number 2, this is a company-based product, customer-based product, which means customers have to come to purchase the product and we get commission. And I said, I'll go for this. 50 products under one umbrella. It is no brainer. Number 3, who is behind Onpassive? I was, fortunate to attend, the first meeting on a Thursday. And when I listened to Ash Mufara, I was shedding tears because, we have so many geniuses around the whole world. Who among them have the heart of the people? Ash Mufara. And I said, I'll go for this, company. I will go anywhere in the world to support this company. And, thirdly, number 4, the company even guarantees you that if at any point in time you don't like what you are earning or you are not happy, they will refund your money. And I can tell you now from this webinar, one of the guys that even made a mistake, in paying for a GoFundMe twice, got his money, and that shows that Onpassive is real. It's a company that is real, with real people, with real product, with real office, brick and mortar. So I said I will go for this company because it is a company that can use as a vehicle to help a lot of people around the whole world. People that have joined me, people that are following me, people that have done other businesses but that have failed. This is an opportunity for me to help them. Onpassive is no brainer. It's a game changer for all of us because a company that promise you that they would direct traffic to your website, to your company, a company that guarantees you sale, a company that guarantees you sign-ups 24/7, a company that gives you everything that you want, totally hands-free. They build your customer base, they do everything for you. You can withdraw your money any day, anytime. You don't have to wait for it. This is a company that I believe that will change the whole world. It is a correction to the corruption. That is what I believe. And I tell my people, whatever your dream is, it is possible with this company. All our dreams can come true if we have the courage to, pursue them. Never allow the past to dictate your future. That is what I encourage our people. God bless you all. I want to thank Ash Mufara. I pray for him every day. I pray for this guy every day for the heart he has for the people. Thank you, Ash Mufara, wherever you are. You are doing everything for us and for everybody all over the world. I want to thank Matthew Digamo for coming here, this evening to, to help us. I want to thank Mike Ellis. I listen to Mike Ellis Every day, I sleep Onpassive. I drink Onpassive. I eat Onpassive. I walk Onpassive. The whole of me, my blood is Onpassive, as I'm telling you, because I have not seen a company like Onpassive on the planet. Mark my word. I am telling you, if you can join this company, your life will change. Not just your life. You will bless others. You will bless your community. You will be you will change your world totally. So I thank, Michaelis, Andy, Red Frame, Peter Roger, Tyra. Thank you for coming. Dare Cook, you are awesome. Thank you very much. Paul Hangos, thank you. All our viewers that are watching us now, please, I encourage you, don't ever miss this opportunity for just a second. Go and become a GoFounder. Remember your family. Remember all your loved ones. Do it now before it is too late. May God bless you all. Thank you.
I think Victor's
Wow.
chair is going to catch on fire. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you, Victor. That is from the heart. Thank you very much. Well, who wants to follow that? We got Paul or Andy. Which one want to come on? Paul, do you want to come on first?
Yeah,
Paul
hopefully
Angus.
you can. Yeah, hi. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Ah,
Well done.
smashing. That's good. I'm on the mobile.
Unfortunately, we can.
I'm on my mobile. Good presentation, Red. I'm on the mobile, but as of tomorrow, I should be on broadband. That'd be quite amazing. For you new guys or anyone looking in on this, before I tell you where I come from and how I got here, I'd like you to try and think of two things in the back of your mind. What is it that you want from this business besides the money that you don't have now? And what is it that you're going to be looking forward to? You can just, in the back of your mind, don't put it in the chat comment, just think about what those two things you wanted. Neil mentioned something about a laptop lifestyle. Now, I've been marketing online for over 30 years and trying to do a home-based business. I've had some good times and I've had some really bad times, very frightening, below 0 times. And in 2015, I was living in Spain, 20 feet from the beach. I looked out onto the sea and everyone thought I had a laptop lifestyle. And I would have done if this company had paid me. But the company didn't pay us. They didn't pay us for 8 months. And I used to do trainings years ago, and I used to say to people, if you lost your job, how many weeks could you last? Not months, weeks. And most people said, oh, maybe 5, 6, and then the money's run out. So how I lasted 8 months, it was hard. And I won't tell you how hard, but it was hard. And we lost everything and lost our home and everything else. Had to come back to the UK in 2016. So from 2016 till now, I've been back in the job world, and I haven't had a job for years, and I don't like jobs. So they're bad for you. They're restrictive, they hold you back, and they only pay you a certain amount. And it's taken 4 years plus to get straight again. And but I kept looking for something, I fell out a little bit with my daughters. I've got 2 gorgeous grown-up daughters, and it wasn't so much the money that I lost. I lost an awful lot of money. We're talking hundreds of thousands. I didn't get paid. But I also lost the respect from my kids, and that was worse. I wanted my daughters to be proud of their dad, and because of what happened, they weren't proud of their dad. They thought I was an idiot, and it got to a stage where they said, if you ever do anything online again, we're done. And when your kids tell you that, I had to call it a day. So I was no more network marketing, no more anything else. I got back into a job and I said, look, I'm working now, guys. Let me do something on the side. And I started affiliate marketing. And then affiliate marketing is limited like a job. As soon as I stopped selling, those $100 stopped coming in, and it got harder and harder. And then a good old friend of mine, Dennis Owens, last year, a year ago now, showed me Onpassive, and I wouldn't look for 3 months. So if you're one of these people that hasn't looked for a while, don't worry, you're in good company. I'm on the leadership council, and I'm thinking, a year ago, I couldn't imagine being here at all. And it's been a fantastic journey. And I listen to Mike Ellis every day, just like Victor does. I drive for a living. And by the way, you guys in the UK, are you enjoying the snow? We had a tremendous amount of snow yesterday. We've just moved house and it's lovely where we are. There's woods around us. And we actually had like an hour's break. I said, let's go outside and have a walk. We walked for about 45 minutes. And you know what? We never thought about COVID once. We never listened to COVID once. We didn't listen to any doom and gloom once. We just enjoyed ourselves for 45 minutes. It reminded me what I wanted from Onpassive. I want to go and enjoy myself and have a nice time and do stuff like that. So I'm getting to the stage now where we know Onpassive is going to launch real soon, so I'm not going to be having a job for much longer. But one of the things I've had to do this last week, I've had to ask for 2 days off and to use 2 days of my holiday. One is tomorrow, so I can have broadband fitted so I can work properly and do Onpassive properly. And the next is on the 1st of February, where I have to attend a family funeral. But I have to ask for that time off. I have to write a form out. And in the first month of the year, I have to use up 2 days of my holiday. Now, I don't know how many days holiday you guys get if you've got jobs like me. Some people have 23, some people have 26 days a year. Here's something for you to look forward to. I know I'm going to look forward to it. You're going to have more time off in a month than you get in a year. Think about that. If you get 26 days holiday, you don't have to work in Onpassive. You pay them to work for you. So you're going to have more time off in every single month than you do in a year. Do you think that's going to attract people? Absolutely. My brother and I, next year, we're going to go off for a few weeks to ride motorcycles on the old Route 66. There's stuff like that we want to do. And I know I've got a lot of my family involved in Onpassive. A lot of my friends are on here, Tucker, Eric, Peter Bashworth, Andy Borthwick and his brother. They're all here. Sometimes Colin's on here, but I think he's having an operation today. And all these people. Now, I stayed away from inviting my family and friends into something because I'd lost money and they'd lost money. But we're not going to lose money with Onpassive. It is so different, and it's so different. But just because I'm on the leadership council, like a lot of the other guys on here, please don't think that I'm not saying, when are we going to launch? When is it going to start? You know, I'm no different than you guys. We all want to start. But last week, my brother Tim sent me an article, and if anyone wants it, get in touch with me and I'll send you the article. It's about the richest man in India. This guy is billions. He's worth billions. And he's launched an internet providing service called Jio, J-I-O, in India. It's allowed millions of people in India to get online really cheaply. And they're all over the moon because they can now do business. But he hasn't made them a founder. He doesn't pay them to use the service. And the more I read this article, I think Tim sent it to me to show me, oh, is this guy in competition with you and Onpassive? And I said, no, Tim, look at this. What it said, even though this guy's got billions, we're not talking about 1 or 2, billions. It said that he's struggling to open his business in other countries. And I'm thinking, hang on a second. And he would like to get other products and services on board. And we're thinking 2.5 years to launch Onpassive. When's it going to launch? Hurry up. This guy's been going years and he's struggling to move to other countries. Ash Mufara has already gone into over 200 countries. We're ready to go pretty much. And we've already got the products this guy's thinking about getting to give to his existing customers. We're ahead of him. And I'm thinking, you know, yes, I get impatient like the rest of us, but we've got nothing to be impatient about. We're so far ahead and we're really close to it. So, you know, we're going to enjoy the snow. We're going to enjoy the sun. I'm going to get back to the beach at the end of this year. And we've got lots to look forward to. And if you look at today on the news, it said that internet company Boohoo is going to buy out the whole of Debenhams. But they're not going to open the Debenhams shop. They're just going to sell them online. So what they've done is buying power. I want to finish up on buying power. Boohoo understands that Debenhams have a loyal customer base. So they want to sell them all their products, but they don't want all the overheads. So they don't want the shops. That makes perfect sense. So think about this as buying power. Apparently there's other companies that are watching Onpassive, you know, to look at, maybe merge with, I don't know, something like that. But think about our buying power. Something that we have in Onpassive that the world doesn't have, I don't have in a job, is disposable income. We don't have extra, most people don't have disposable income. Red mentioned that other people can have businesses. Let's say you've got a car dealership or an estate agent or something like that. And you want to go and buy that car and it's £22,000 and you want warranty with it, you want gap insurance with it. And the guy says, how would you like to pay, sir? Cash, check or finance? No, I'd like to pay with my Onpassive wallet. Really? Yeah, I want to pay the whole lot with my Onpassive wallet. Well, how do we do that? Well, you can simply join Onpassive and the money's yours within about 12 minutes or less. What do you think that's going to do? Oh, by the way, I've got lots of people in my friends and my business that have all got 20, 30, 50, 70,000 to spend. They might want to buy a car off you, a house off you, a boat off you. Can you see the buying power that we as Onpassive are going to have because we've got disposable income and we've got more time off in a month than we've got in a year. So that's something to look forward to. So thanks for hopefully an uninterrupted video call this time. I've got better Wi-Fi. And as you can see, I'm a little bit jazzed, probably because of what Michael Williams covered last week on the Julia Milo show. If you haven't seen it, have a listen to it and tell me that you don't think that Michael Williams sounds like Eddie Murphy, because he keeps saying, listen, 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 just listen. And you think, all right, listen. And he's right, you know, and he covered something about Bitcoin. Everyone thinks Bitcoin's a con. They thought it was a con when it was $1. It was a con when it was 5,000, 10,000, 20,000. It was a con. Then it went down to 4,000. You see, I told you it was a con. And now it's up to nearly 40,000 and it's still here. And Michael said at the end of that, and I can't stop thinking about it. Michael said, if you missed the Bitcoin boom, Onpassive is your Bitcoin. I thought, wow, think about that, you know, while I'm driving. So thanks, guys. There's lots to think about and lots to be excited about. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Paul. There's definitely a lot to what you've just said. Thank you for sharing. That was brilliant. Thank you. We've got Andy now. He's going to, Andy Burks, you know, he's the last one. So he's obviously got a lot to try and catch up with these other guys. So,
yeah, nothing being like being last, particularly with my esteemed colleagues here. Yeah, well done, Red. Good presentation. Gentlemen, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I've been a financial advisor for over 30 years, and I've sold saving schemes for retirement or for school education fees funding and this sort of thing. No more. At the end of the day, why would I? Our industry is all about ethics at the end of the day. So when you've got an opportunity like Onpassive and it's going to cost you $97 to get in, and there is a monthly cost that would be covered once you have your first 3 on people that you bring into your group or the company brings in for your group, and you don't have to pay any more, you would start earning a commission. You'd still have to pay the monthly, but you'd start earning a commission. But your income would simply grow and continue to grow throughout your retirement, throughout the times when your kids are at university, so they don't have to take out loans or student loans. I'm redundant. At the end of the day, I'm not needed. And quite frankly, since my light bulb moment, which was about 4 months after I joined, I thought best I take a closer look at at what this opportunity is all about. And I started listening to some of the webinars that were on, and in particular to the guys like Mike and Marty and obviously Red, and listening to Ash and what Ash had to say. I've never come across a CEO in my entire career, and I've dealt with a large number, that spend as much time with the guys that he works with as Ashman Farah, and I've never come across anybody who has the heart that this man has, and everything he says is from the heart. And for me, it was a no-brainer. And once I got that light bulb moment, I'm only sorry that it took me 4 months to get it, but fabulous nonetheless. Thanks, gentlemen and lady.
Thanks, Andy. Thanks for that. Okay, Red, are you still there?
I certainly am.
Any questions or answers that you want to give out? Or?
No, not at all. It's been fantastic having some very, very good guest speakers on as well, and lovely for you guys to take the time out of your busy schedule to be here with us. I know it's you know, different times throughout the globe. I'm always trying to get on different Zooms because as Daryl Cook and Neil both said, you know, every single time I come on one, I learn a little bit more, and I've been in it a bloody long time now, you know, but I still learn all the time, which is crazy really, because the only way that you gain information is by coming onto Zooms like this, because you gain a little bit more snippet. But for any new people who are still on here now, please get back in contact with the person who's brought you here, okay? And obviously they will point you in the right direction. We really do genuinely hope that you join us in this family that we call Onpassive, and we are a family. You know, we are all here for the same reason, not only for the money, but also for like-minded people. And we are, everything we do it together. And it's a great feeling to know that we're not in competition with anybody else, that we are all here to help each other. Anyway, over to you, Pete.
Thank you, Red. That was, thank you. That Red's obviously said it all there. I can't, say any more than what Red has said. We've actually been in this from the beginning, really. We've been in, 2 years, October 18. And, when we got involved in this business, we never had webinars like this. We had just little videos that we used to share with people. We never even had a back office to the Go founders. And, now we have a fantastic back office. You've got over 140 odd links in the Go founders back office that you can share with people. There's so much now that it's here to help you build this. And like Fred said, don't miss the opportunity. It's $97. Become a member of the team, as we say, and we'll see you at the top. But thanks for everybody. Thanks for the panelists for joining us tonight. And I shall be putting this. I shall be putting this on all the groups, the Facebook group. So if anybody wants to obviously copy it and pass it or share it, it'll be there, and it'll be there in the next couple of hours. Okay, thank you, everybody. We'll see you again same time next week, and thank you.